All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney!
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Empty! No! Sunday! Black, come on. Ram!
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on now, let's go. Hey. Four down. shorty, shorty. Push it.
Wentz now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Good throw there to start the second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we're going to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Wentz will try again on second down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Come on. 5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shorty. Hey, ram.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. On play action, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 52 yards. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. They'll try to run with a J. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll hand it out to Geis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown in a Washington uniform. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Lion.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
52, great.
Wentz going to throw. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he'll be out right at the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And an alley to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 54 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. He can't avoid Avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Preston Smith in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Leopard! Gun!
They'll set up a throw. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Go. Waiting!
On 1st down, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. This is Ajayi. Oh, what a move. Ajayi's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ajayi, 55 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 28-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So out now come the Redskins. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point safely through. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Lady!
Throwing on first is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Preston Smith bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Wentz now on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and get it with Geis. Fights him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. The 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Throwing is Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And an alley to run. He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain and even 40 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now wins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. This is Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run with Geis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Geis, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
They run with Geis. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a J. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5.
This 5-2. Sport Tokyo.
They run again with a jive. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down.
Now it's a jive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with a jive. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
You got 3 down. Hot!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they take a knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Washington, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.